Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pophology, and today is Tuesday Tea Talks. As always, we have our throat coat tea. Until we find something that we like better, we're going to stick with the original throat coat tea. It is really good. If you've never tried it, you should try it. Well, it's Tuesday. First day back at work after a long weekend because of celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day yesterday. So that was good.
Yeah, they were in downtown Indy. I think they were setting off fireworks. So it was pretty cool. Throughout the night, they were setting off Whistler fireworks. So yeah, it was cool. Not Indy itself, but just general people around the area were setting off fireworks.
Yeah, you could just hear them in the distance. So I don't know if I've ever noticed anyone setting off fireworks on MLK Day before, but I love it.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I went to IKEA with one of my friends. She wanted to go and look for some like big picture frames for the house that they just moved into, get some hangers and like a wires, like computer wires organizing system. Anyway, we drove by MLK Park on our way home
that's cool.
from IKEA. So anyway, I watched this video yesterday. I saw it on social media of Martin Luther King Jr. talking to a news reporter. And of course, it was great. And I had never seen that before. Maybe I can try to find the video and like you can link it, or maybe not. I don't even know if I can find it, but it was just really cool. So anyway, back to the grind today. I worked from home today. My boss and some other people that I normally work with are on a business trip. So it's always voluntary for us to be working in the office versus working from home or remotely. So I just chose to kind of get some stuff done at home today without any distractions. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. So, and same for me. I work from home every day. So, but this past weekend was both your brother's birthday. So
Yes.
That's crazy. Your mom had, they're 4 years apart or something?
Yeah, they're 3 years and 364 days apart. So my oldest brother's birthday is on January 17th, and my next brother's birthday is on January 18th. But like, oh no, I guess it's 366 days later because my oldest brother is January 17th. Next brother is January 18th. So anyway, one day apart on their birthday, but really it's 4 years apart. Man. Me and my siblings, I have 2 brothers, and we are all basically 4 years apart. So once one of us graduated from high school, the other one was entering high school. And then once he graduated high school, I was entering high school. So all of our teachers all the way through, like they had one of us children in their classes for 12 years straight.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yep, it was their birthdays. So we actually kind of celebrated when we had Christmas.
Yeah,
last weekend.
Yeah.
We sang them happy birthday.
Yeah.
Because one of my brothers got like a really fancy golf club.
Yeah, he got a really nice driver.
And so that counted for his Christmas and birthday gift. So it was so funny. My mom is a very festive person. She just enjoys celebrating everyone and the different holidays. So she wrapped half of the box that the driver came in Christmas wrap, and then the other half of it in birthday wrapping paper.
Yeah. which I learned one of your brothers went to, what's it called? Crooked Stick golf place, whatever, in Carmel, which is a huge deal. Like, you can't go to that place. Okay, you can't be a normal person and go to that place, and it's crazy. So one of my favorite golfers won his huge tournament there, John Daly. Very interesting.
Nice.
Like, he saw Peyton Manning's locker. He saw I don't know if you know who Tom Wood? Tom Wood? I think that's what his name is. He's like a huge dealer in downtown Indy, or just Indy in general. Everywhere if you're in Indianapolis and you buy a car, there's a like 40% chance you bought it from Tom Wood or Tom Roche. Tom Wood, I don't know.
Tom Wood.
Tom Wood. So yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So yeah.
He also has airplanes.
Oh dang, really? Why? Just private.
Maybe he's just into transportation.
Wow. No, I know he has a lot of places. So a lot of different dealerships and yeah.
Yeah.
So he went there.
It's
That's
his
crazy.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my brother could not be more obsessed with golf. Like, he would play 36 rounds of golf sometimes in the summer, like on a Saturday. So, which, if you're not familiar with golf, a normal, like, full-on round of golf is 18 holes. If you just want to play, like, half, you can go out and play 9 holes. But 36, man, that's double the full amount. No. I mean, a full 18 holes will typically take anywhere from 4 to 5 hours. So that means like 8 to 10 hours
of golf. Man.
It sounds so frustrating to me.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I golf lightly. Like, I don't know.
Casually.
I know, yeah, very casually. You bring me along because I don't know why you would bring me along, just to talk about random stuff and keep the conversation going. I don't know.
They bring you along if they're looking for a fourth.
Yeah. So exactly. Like, I'm horrible at golf, but it's interesting. It's fun. I mean,
You're better than me.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Have you ever been with me? I don't know.
My dad tried to have me swing the golf club some when I was growing up, because I'm sure that would have been kind of like his little dream, is like, his daughter also plays golf.
Yeah.
My mom needed someone to hang out with her, and that was me. So my dad could take the boys and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even though women can totally golf, and I know quite a few women who do golf. I'm not saying it's a men's sport and that women can't do it, but I just think it sounds so frustrating to try to hit this little ball exactly where you need it to go in the fewest amount of strokes. Like, the perfectionism in me is like, if I'm not gonna be able to do this well, I don't want to waste my time doing this.
No, an interesting thing is Emily's dad did not start golfing until he was 40 or 41.
Really?
Yeah.
He told you that?
Yeah. I asked him when he started golfing. He said 40s. And he said he wished he would have started sooner because he wished he would have had like muscle memory that he could have taught himself younger and stuff like that. I'm just, okay.
That's funny.
But yeah. So that's one reason I tried to start golfing. And when we lived in Bourbonnais, it was way more convenient to go golfing than here. I mean,
well, pretty much everything was more convenient in Bourbonnais because it was a smaller town, like big enough to have everything you would need, but like Indy is way bigger.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, the golf courses around here are either really expensive or really cheap, and
you gotta drive a ways to get to them.
If you live downtown, which I would say most people do not live directly downtown. There's so many suburbs in the area.
Yeah, I mean, more people than not live in surrounding areas versus downtown.
Yeah, it's true. I went to Eagle Creek Golf Course or whatever, and they had signs everywhere. Like, please lock your car, please lock your car. Like, don't, like, there's been so many break-ins of cars. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like, people just break in your car and just steal your stuff. So,
We almost lived in Eagle Creek.
Really? Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was one of the apartments that we were thinking about. I mean, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that we live downtown. It's much more convenient for my job.
Yeah.
And if you were in the office, it'd be more convenient for you too.
Yeah, it would be. So, which I don't return to the office technically until 2022.
My gosh.
So they're just.
So we live down here just for me to be close to work.
Yeah. But when I return to work, I have to live. I mean, I don't have to, but it would be convenient to live downtown. So,
but it's like by the time you go back to work, are we even going to live here anymore?
Probably. Maybe. Oh, I don't know if we'll live directly right here.
In this apartment?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what will change? I don't know. I don't even know if my work will be saying, hey, you don't have to return to work. I mean, last I heard, they were saying 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 2 to 3 days a week in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know. I think many organizations are saying that. They're just like, well, we've gone a year plus not needing to be in person. So what's the point? We just, it's not necessary.
Well, it really hasn't been a year yet since the pandemic started.
Not until March.
I'm pretty sure around St. Patrick's Day was when I started working from home at my previous job. Because we were supposed to have an event on St. Patrick's Day. And we were like, a few days prior, like, are we going to need to cancel it? Like, what are we going to do? Which is so funny. Back then, you were like, I'm not sure if we're going to be canceling events yet or not. And now, literally every event ever has been canceled. But we just didn't know.
No, it's crazy.
We were like, is it going to hit us or not? But we canceled it. And then right then, we were like, okay, well, it's time to pack up your stuff and go home. And I was very nervous. Not that we're all not still, like, being very cautious, but I was so nervous to go inside the grocery store. That was the time when Michael had just started here in Indy at his new job, and I was still living in Illinois for just a little bit longer. So I was by myself. Kind of. I mean, I was in an apartment building with a bunch of people that I knew, but still. It's like, I got to go to the store, go in, have a plan, pay, don't touch anything, keep your mask on, get out as fast as possible.
Yeah. And I returned
on the weekends.
And then eventually I stayed there. I don't know how long I stayed there, maybe for a month plus. Because we were home and everyone was like, oh, yeah, I mean, you can work home in Illinois if you want for the time being.
Yeah, once we realized that I was going to be working from home, you were going to be working from home in different states. I'm like, this is going to be awful.
Come back home.
For both of us to be alone at all times. So
yeah, so I just went back to Illinois. It was crazy. I remember going to Illinois and trying to go into Walmart, and they would say, you can't come in. It's 8 p.m. You can't come in. Because they would close, I guess, at like 8 or something like that. And crazy. I miss Bourbonnais, though. I like Bourbonnais.
I do too.
So it's so much colder there, though. At least I remember it being colder.
It seems like it's windier, I think.
It is. It has to be. But also, I don't go outside as much. But I know it is. I know it's windier. I know it's colder. Because it's only... I don't even think it's gotten below 10 here in Indy. In Bourbonnais, I don't know what the weather's been like, but I know many times it would be below 10. Many times it would be 0.
Well, the weather typically is similar, like in temperature from there to here. It's only 2.5 hours apart. But that can do a lot. And here, I mean, Indy is pretty flat in general, but there's more hills here than there are in Bourbonnais, just 50 miles south of Chicago. I mean, there is not a hill in sight.
Yeah.
So the wind will smack you in the face.
Yeah. So, what else? Anything? Are you watching The Bachelor tonight?
Yes, I am. Okay, so I've really decided that this is a complete mind change for me. I like The Bachelorette better than The Bachelor. And I used to love The Bachelor more than The Bachelorette because, well, I guess I liked the drama more of the girls, of having like 25 to 30 women in the house. I thought it made for better TV. But now that's more annoying to me than it used to be. And I'm like, just give me one lady who's in charge and then all of these guys. I can just handle it better. So I know a few of you out there watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette, so let me know what you think of this season. Matt James, really sweet guy. I mean, he is awesome, but we'll see how it goes. I'm sure the season will get better. I mean, I do not have a problem with him whatsoever. I just think his personality does not make for great reality TV. That's all I'm going to say. That's how I feel. We'll see how, I mean, it's only been 2 episodes. So I'm going to watch tonight. Another thing, though, that I've been watching is, I have it pulled up right now, Bling Empire on Netflix. So have any of you ever seen the movie or read the book, Crazy Rich Asians? I really liked the movie. Haven't read the book. I've heard the book is really good, though. Just shows like crazy rich Asian empire and culture that I was not previously aware of. And it's super duper glamorous and luxury and just kind of fun to get into and watch. Well, Bling Empire is like the reality TV version. Like these are real people. Like the TV show version of the concept of Crazy Rich Asians. They actually referenced that movie in the first episode.
Oh, really?
And funny enough, this show reminds me of another similar show that I've seen called, oh my gosh, this is so funny and kind of embarrassing, called Yummy Mummies.
Really?
One of my friends got me started on that like a year ago. Actually, I think at the beginning of the pandemic is when I watched that. You know, you're grasping for things to watch while you're just stuck at home.
Yummy Mummies?
Yummy Mummies, like mommy, but like in Australia, a mommy is called a mummy, and I think they call it that in Europe too, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people call it their mum. Anyway, super rich Australian moms and their little club. So, but I like Bling Empire better. It's bigger and fancier, and if I'm gonna watch something like that, it might as well be outrageous.
Does it follow one main family? I don't watch it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it's I really
like
just started it.
Okay.
I've never really watched the Kardashians.
Okay.
So I mean, I know the premise of it, but there are a few different families.
Okay.
There seems to be one main girl that they're focusing on more, but it's all about like their friend group and their family and the drama and the parties that they throw and the different like clothes that they're buying and how they raise their kids and all that.
Do you know how they got their money?
Well, one of the guys on the show, he is direct line from like one of the dynasties that ruled China. Like if that was still a thing, the guy's dad would be the emperor.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. So that's one. Somebody said that they're a like denim legacy.
That's funny.
Like I don't exactly know what that means.
Like the jeans.
Yes. Oil. I forget some of the other stuff that they said, but
I mean, yeah, that's interesting. China has so many factories.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I know if you're if you've ever sold on Amazon, so I'm in a bunch of Amazon groups because I sold on Amazon, I sold on eBay. They push, like, so you sell on eBay, you can make good profit, a lot of profit for used items. It's the best place to sell used items, used items. Amazon is a great place to sell if you can get ungated, is what they call it, ungated. Like you are approved to sell Nike clothes like this. But what they really push is you creating your own product and you working with manufacturers in China to make your own product. So whether it be like a new coffee machine or a new, like anything you can imagine, they encourage you to build. So like a new type of straw or a new pasta strainer, for real, or garlic press. Like one of the main people I follow, he built a garlic press and it makes him so much money a year. And these,
wow.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
What could we invent?
I don't know. I mean, but
I feel like you could think of something.
Oh yeah, I could. And then you tell the company, so you contact China, for real. You contact China and you say, hey, I want to build this. Here's some basic blueprints. And then they have an English speaking engineer tell you the blueprints and they like translate it to the manufacturer. And they're like, hey, we can do something very similar. Come to China, and you pay $3,000 to go to China. They pay for your plane ticket. Wow. They take you through the manufacturer. Like you go to the place they're going to build whatever you're building, like whatever you want to be made, and they show you how it's going to be done. And they give you, at the end of it, they give you a few samples, and you choose what samples you want built. And then from there, like they'll say, hey, we can build this for $2, but so, they tell you, if you buy 1,000, we'll build it for $2 or something like that. But there's also a manufacturer fee that's like $10,000, $15,000. But once you pay that fee, you can build that product based on the quantity you buy. So if you buy 10,000, it might be built for $1, whatever, or 50 cents. So if you say I'll buy 10,000 of it, you pay $1 for it, and then you sell it on Amazon for $20, that's profit.
So can you get a loan for that to pay
probably
the manufacturer fee? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, you can open up a business. I mean, there's all types of loans you can get that I don't fully understand, but I know friends that, you can get a loan for it. I know for a fact. So, but I have friends that flip rental properties and they get loans from like Lowe's and Home Depot. Oh. They open up credit cards for $50,000. Like they have good credit or their business has good credit or something, and they get $50,000 loans from Lowe's and Home Depot. And then they spend it all on their rebuild. Okay. And then from there, they can invest $50,000 into a rental property and then they can rent it out. So very interesting. And they just make payments on that loan. Yeah. So, there's so many ways to make money that's not talked about. And I don't even know. I know some stuff, but not.
I am not savvy in that way, and I feel like you are.
I mean, I know a lot of.
You just know a lot of information.
I just have a lot of information. I see. Okay, so the loan people taking loans out through Lowe's and Home Depot. I can say it like how I just said it, but it's way sketchier than what it really is. So what they do is they take out loans and then they deliberately go bankrupt so that I don't even fully understand it.
So they don't have to pay it back?
Yeah, like they don't have to pay it back and like all this weird stuff. And like, so there's always a catch. Like you can get rich. There's so many ways to get rich without going down your general paths of doctor, lawyer. Which lawyer you won't get rich necessarily, but like there's so many paths, you know what I mean? But you can go down the entrepreneur path and there's a million ways to get rich, but there's always a catch to it. So
you got to do something sketchy.
Yeah, I feel like, my experience is you have to do something kind of sketchy or you have to be willing to get audited. So, which is very complicated. So if you go down, you're willing to get audited, you just have to be willing to keep records of everything because it is a pain to get audited, which mainly, from my understanding, the people that get audited are like farmers because there's so many different ways. I don't know. That's what I've been told. Like people that are in accounting and stuff, they work for firms. Farmers get audited more often. So, and they're not always trying to look for personal entrepreneurs and audit them unless they're doing something really sketchy. But I for real have never met an entrepreneur that is starting their own business that isn't doing something semi-sketchy. And I know lots of entrepreneurs. They always do really, really weird stuff. And I'm like, is that legal? Is that legal? But yeah.
I feel like I'm not maximizing my potential revenue building. Yeah, my potential revenue that I could be, but I just don't have the determination to do something like a side hustle outside of my 9 to 5.
Yeah, I don't either.
Some people really do, and those are the people who make it big.
They are, but they're also the people that are obsessed with their looks.
That's
their what, I could care less. I made a video yesterday where my hair was like all over the place. I'm just like, oh, whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not over here trying to look super cool, but there are people that are so obsessed with looking cool and making money. And I'm just like, oh, so boring.
They will do what it takes.
Yeah, they do what it takes because they think that's what life is about, or whatever reason, like,
I think there's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Not caring at all and then being completely obsessed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's easy to become obsessed with making money. Mm-hmm. But I think if you become obsessed with making money, there's so many things that come along with it. If you become obsessed with making money, you do a lot of controversial things that are bad. They're honestly, my opinion is you do a lot of illegal things. And at least in America, that's kind of allowed.
Entrepreneur path, you mean?
Yeah, if you're an entrepreneur, you do a lot of real sketchy things.
Well, it's because you're charting your own path, and there's not necessarily specific rules all the time for everything.
Mm-hmm. That's true. No,
Yeah.
It's so true, man.
Yeah.
But also, I know I guess there's different types of entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. There's entrepreneurs that have law degrees or were going into law school. Mm-hmm. And then there's entrepreneurs that have nothing, and they come from nothing, and they're just going to make it no matter what.
Yeah.
And I know a few people like that. And those are the people that are normally doing semi-sketchy things that are just, we are making this happen no matter what. Without selling, like, they're not doing sketchy things as far as selling drugs. They just, I guess, have learned the system well enough to
cheat the system a little bit.
To cheat the system. So, yeah, especially during COVID. So, yeah,
crazy. We could talk about this forever.
Yeah, we could.
I have something else random that I was thinking about. So, when Michael and I were in Newcastle last weekend, which that was only last weekend for Christmas, my family's Christmas, my oldest brother had arranged for one of the nurses at my grandma's nursing home, because my grandma, she is really old and has a lot of health issues and just wasn't able to be without 24-hour care. So she is in a nursing home and is mostly blind, mostly deaf, and has severe dementia. But, I mean, her long-term memory is still there, like, as it goes. As you normally can remember your old memories and stuff and people that you've known for a lot of years. So my brother had arranged with one of the nurses there to pull up FaceTime. And so me and my 2 brothers and my mom FaceTimed with her, which was really special. And I have talked with her on the phone before, and I will, like, yell into the phone basically because, like, I want her, she can still hear a little bit, so I want her to be able to hear me and just, like, say a few things, like, not have an in-depth conversation by any means. But I learned, so this was just interesting to me. And I was talking to my cousin earlier, so that's why we were talking about my grandma and something that she had found of hers. But if you know somebody, or like one of your parents or grandparents are hard of hearing, you should talk in like a low voice. So especially if you like women usually have higher voices, or if you have a higher voice, like if you can go down into your low register for them.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my brother was doing. Because I was like, I'm not going to yell into this microphone, but like, hey, grandma. And then he was like, hi, grandma. Hi, grandma. I can't even, I can't even make my voice that low right now. Because I've been talking for like 30 minutes. But yeah, if you put your voice into like the lower register, because the high tones, like the high pitch noises are the first to go when you lose your hearing. Like you're not gonna be able to hear those super high pitched noises.
Dang. And
so the lower tones, lower pitches are the ones that they will probably still be able to hear better. So I've been thinking about that. That's just a random fact, but hey, everyone gets older. A lot of people do lose their hearing. So if you know someone in your life like that, you trying to talk to them on the phone, trying to FaceTime with them, talk in a lower voice.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
And when I was in high school, this is so bad. Okay. But we had this teacher who was very, very, very old. And the guys would talk in it. Okay. It was an English teacher. And we would have to read Hamilton and all your literature that you would have to read in high school. This is so bad. While we were reading, one of the other guys would say in a super deep voice something inappropriate. So just imagine someone's reading and you just say like whatever, like a cuss word or something. And it would be like, they did that because they thought that she couldn't hear the deeper voice. And she would ignore it every single time. And so for like years, we always heard, hey, she can't hear deep voices, so you can say whatever. And it would be
little dummies.
It was so dumb. Like you would be reading something really serious, and then a guy would be like, whatever, in a deep voice. Just say something like really horrible or irrational while someone else is reading.
Well, they should have said it in a high-pitched voice.
Yeah, so she never said anything to us. So now that makes me think, man, we were just really bad kids.
Yeah, you were probably.
Yeah.
Did you say it?
Maybe. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember, but.
No, you weren't that bad.
No, I don't think so.
You were just kind of bad.
Yeah. No,
I was very good.
Yeah, I was an okay kid.
I would have never done that.
My junior and senior year, I went home halfway through the day every day because I could. Like I completed most of high school, so I could be done every day at 11:30 or 12.
I don't know if you got your full education.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know, but so most of my classmates that were in the same situation as me, they just went to college. So.
Like they took some community college classes for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Which I didn't know. I didn't know at the time.
You didn't know you could do that.
I was not the smartest kid. So, but most of the same people as me that were in my situation just went to community college, which I guess I could have thought about it, but I don't know. I just didn't, which is crazy to think about. I have not, it's just crazy. I went full days, 9th and 10th grade, and then 11th and 12th every day. I could go home before lunch.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
I know it's crazy. I know. But I completed my education, it's crazy.
I was taking classes from 8 to 3.
Dang, yeah.
Every day.
I graduated with an advanced degree. Just so you know.
That's awesome.
Then I went to college.
Good job.
I didn't keep it up. In college, I was a better student in college than in high school. Like in college really taught me how to read and do tests. High school,
you could just slack off.
Yeah, I could slack off, and it was very different, And also just in high school, I grew up in the culture that I had always grown up in. In college, is brand new, so it was a lot more learning, not only in education but just different people. So, yeah.
Yeah, you had to be responsible for your own future.
Yeah, so in high school, I would go home, and then during sports, whenever I played sports, so. Junior year, I played soccer and baseball. I played baseball freshman. I played baseball 8th grade through 11th grade. My senior year, I did not play. So so my junior year, I would go home and then come back to school like at 4 for practice, or 3:30.
okay.
Yeah, 3:30 for practice.
Was that inconvenient?
In high school, it wasn't. No, I just
Because you could drive.
yeah, I could drive. I just did it. So
What'd you do when you got home at
I have no idea.
12?
No
Just ate
idea.
lunch?
Yeah, ate lunch. Well, some days, a lot of times, I would go with friends to lunch.
hang out?
Yeah, I had a really weird high school experience. We'd go to Chick-fil-A or whatever. But yeah, I would go home. Some days I would stay at school. I don't know. I wouldn't stay at school most days, but maybe like once every month I would stay at school and do something. But most days I would just go home and do whatever and
Do your homework?
probably do my homework. I have no idea what I did. So
That's funny.
really weird. I was a very independent kid, so real weird looking back on it. But I learned a lot,
Yeah.
so it was
Cool.
good. Well, I think that's everything. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Cool. Well, this is Tuesday Tea Talks. If you're still, we're doing the if you're still watching a very late. Now, this is if you're a true fan.
If you watched till the end,
Yeah, if you're still watching, what should we say?
comment bling.
Bling,
Like Bling Empire.
okay, yeah. So if you're still watching, comment down below bling,
Or drop a diamond.
or a diamond emoji, some bling
Something
emoji.
that represents bling to you.
Yeah. Comment that down below. So do that. And that's all. So I hope you have a great rest of your week or whenever you watch this. And I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend if you're watching this later in the week. If no one's told you this today, you are loved and this world is a better place because you are here. We'll see you next week. I'll see you tomorrow as well. So
Bye.
bye.